Welcome to Key Conversations, where you get to connect with the best of the music business, unlocking the secrets to exploding your music career, presented by In the Key of Success. I'm your host, Cheryl B. Engelhardt. The conversations you're about to hear are between our special guest and participants of my MX4 course, the Marketing and Branding, Money-Making, Mentorship Mastermind for Musicians. They are singers, songwriters, composers, producers, and artists just like you, asking their burning questions of our experts while transforming their careers over 6 weeks. If you think this could be you, check out mx4course.com to schedule a free half-hour coaching call with me to see if we'd be a good fit. So, let's get started. We are back with Ariel Hyatt talking about all things PR and marketing, and we're just going to pick it up with a question from MX4 participant Pamela.
Can you describe the different content categories that we're supposed to cover? I mean, and also I tend to be political. Is being political positive, negative? What's your approach there?
Oh, being political.
I tend to be like,
okay, so let's talk about content. A lot of studies show, and I read a lot of nerdy stuff online. So I'll say this to jump off. When you have vanilla content, people don't care. So the idea with your social media strategy is do not be neutral, because neutrality, like too many choices, make people not respond at all. So being political is fabulous. It is wonderful. I highly encourage it. Now, what you will have to sort of understand when you do take a position is that, unfortunately, in the world we live in every day, people are getting more polarized. So if you are going to take a stand and be political and talk about stuff, you have to get that there's going to be, unfortunately, two camps of people that are going to agree and people that are going to disagree. And that's okay. And I think when we're going to promote our music and ourselves, and I suffer from this, like, what if they don't like me? Or like, the one person that doesn't like what I do, or I get some negative feedback, it can be really, really hard to take. If you're going to take a stand and have a strong voice and a strong opinion, there's going to be people that don't like it. So you have to sort of keep that in mind before you start your strategy. And that's okay. I mean, it's just par for the course. Pamela, are you a writer, or you're a performer, or what?
I would say singer, songwriter, musician. I perform with a women's drum group, and I want to expand that into contemporary, kind of soft rock, Native American.
Okay.
rock.
Would you say that your music has a political themes, or you just tend to be more a political person?
I tend to be more of a political person. Just being active in the Native community makes you political, kind of. It does. You do.
Yeah.
You have to take stands. So, and then how do you handle someone who doesn't like your stand? Because I think I'm handling it badly. So how do you handle? So, okay, someone says, "Oh, you're full of it." What do? You just leave the comment there. You say, "Thank you for your comment." What do you do?
Seth Godin has a really good attitude about this. And this is a little crass, but I'll say what he said, which is, my blog and my brand is my swimming pool. And I took a lot of time to build my swimming pool. And I don't want anyone to come and pee in my swimming pool. So if you have someone who, look, it's fine if people disagree, right? That's what the world is about. And I think, sadly, we have lost this genteel discourse that we used to have about, like, it's actually okay to have a Democrat and a Republican sit together at a dinner table and you could still actually enjoy each other. That's like, my parents are 80. I think it's dying with their generation, right? So people will be polarized. If they do say something that is inappropriate or rude or really disparaging, it is within your right on your socials to block them, delete them, and remove their comments from your blog. If they're just a big bag of hot air and they're spouting off because they love hearing the voice of their own sounds, you can comment back, but what you're probably doing there is inviting a two-way conversation that might not get you anywhere. I've never seen on Facebook two massively differing opinions and then people at the end going, you're right, I should vaccinate my children. Like, that's not where it ends up, right? That's not how it happens. Or you're right, I'm totally gonna vote for Sarah Palin. How silly of me. So we do have that as a thing. So when people say things that are like really inappropriate and disparaging, I think it's within your right to block them and lovingly let them out of your aura. And then the people that maybe just don't agree with you, I mean, look, I post about marketing and people often will say, well, that's not how I market. And I led a really spirited conversation at CMW just 2 weeks ago, and my panel was people that did and didn't agree about certain things. And that's okay, because it was a really good conversation. So I think you have to judge what is a good conversation and healthy feedback versus what is just someone sort of just being a flamer. And it's in your right to block it. I do really want to presence this. I've been writing about this in my new book, which is about crowdfunding. And we are programmed to listen to the negative and take that in and feel that a lot more than the positive. And I've been really interested in that because I see this with a lot of my artists getting really taken down by negative reviews or bad things. This harkens back to literally the caveman times. So when we were evolving as humanity, we had to focus on the saber-toothed tiger that was going to come and eat us, or the lion, or the really bad, scary thing. So it's actually in our reptilian brain for our survival to focus on the negative, as opposed to, say, the apple tree or the fruit orchard, because the people that focused on that got eaten by the saber-toothed tiger, and we wouldn't be here today. So very unfortunately, we have this program. And so you have to often remind yourself that one jerk that leaves the negative thing is not the popular opinion of most of the people. And I think that will probably make you understand that you're probably not handling it poorly. You're probably just internalizing someone else's garbage that's not yours.
That's awesome. Cool. Thanks, Pam. Great question there.
Yeah.
We've got 10 minutes left-ish here, and I wanted to do a quick laser round with you, Ariel. So, top 5. Someone just came out with a record. Top 5 things social media-wise that they should prioritize over everything else. What would those be?
Number 1, make sure you have a website. Make sure it's in your control and that you can update it when you want, not when Craig, your web designer, wants. Because Craig always seems to go on a vacation to Indonesia, or his girlfriend breaks up with him and then you can't find him. Don't use Craig. Use yourself. So number 1, website.
Love that.
Number 2, I know this isn't social media and you're probably going, well, why isn't she talking about Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and I want the secret sauce? Number 2, newsletter. Newsletter. Build your newsletter list. Use MailChimp, use Constant Contact, use Bandzoogle, use HostBaby. I don't care what you use, but use something. Set it up and be diligent about building your newsletter. Figure out when you perform, how are you going to get people on it? When you post on socials, how are you going to get people on it? What are you going to give away? But not only getting people on it, how are you going to get people to care about it? What are you going to say in it that's going to be 10 times more awesome than what everyone else says? Because Lord knows we all have enough email to open.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, choose one social site that you like. Do not listen to people that say, oh, no one's on that site, or oh, that's whatever. Choose one. It can be Facebook, it can be Instagram, it can be Twitter, it can be Snapchat if you're under the age of 12. I don't even know how that thing works. It can be It can be LinkedIn if you're looking for business. It can be any of those. It can be even the ones I didn't mention. It can be Meerkat, whatever it is. Choose the one you like the most and start there. Because you'll get so overwhelmed so fast with feeling like you have to update everything. If you like to blog, blog. If SoundCloud's your jam, do SoundCloud. Use one well. And once you get really, really good at one and you understand the best practices on that one, YouTube, whatever it is, then add the second one. I think we get totally frozen when we get terrified of, oh gosh, there's so many and I have to use them all. And then I just read an article and I'm no good if I don't have that. Don't do that. Are we on 3 or 4?
4.
Number 4. I haven't had enough coffee yet. Number 4, identify in your social channel, the one that you are rocking first, who the people are who are your super fans on that channel. Who's the person that's commenting and liking and leaving feedback and saying hello and really engaging with you? And make sure that you start a spreadsheet and write their names down. These are the relationships that turn into the people that will contribute to your crowdfunding campaign when you launch it, the people that will come to your show, the people that will buy your stuff. It is more important to have a spreadsheet with 100 names on it than it is to have 1 million, billion, trillion views and likes and people, because there's a massive difference, I'm going to quote Seth Godin again, between friends and friendlies. So number 4, differentiate who your super fans are and begin to track them, begin to know them, begin to follow them across other social channels, begin to be mindful of who they are, leave them comments. They will become your greatest champions. Number 5, understand that to do social media takes consistency. Be consistent. And this is challenging, especially when you're just beginning and you're like, oh, I don't even know how to tweet. I don't even know what to say. Don't worry so much about being perfect. Worry about being consistent. It's more important that you force a blog post up once a week, or that you tweet a couple of times a day, or that you create 4 or 5 status updates in Facebook a week, or that you post a new video at least once a month. All of those things are easy. The science of social media, there's about 1 million articles about what are the right things and the best things and how many times. But the thing that I've seen over and over and over, consistency wins. How did Amanda Palmer get $1.2 million? The woman was consistent from day one with her social communication. So I hope those 5 things were helpful.
That's awesome. That's a big number. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have said 3. I'm glad I said 5, though. Thank you.
Yeah.
Another laser question, and I'm only going to say 3. What are the top 3 tools that you use? And when I say tools, like my favorites are like Canva for making new headers online, Hootsuite. I schedule some posts that I know need to go out, so I don't need to think about it through the week. I take some time Sunday night. That's something I'm encouraging everyone to do, even if it's just on like 1 or 2 social sites. So those are 2 of my big ones. I use Toggle to sort of track myself when I'm really busy and I want to make sure I'm staying on track. These are all free online apps. But do you have certain tools that are your go-to, helping to manage the overwhelm of all this stuff to do, or just anything that helps in that social media world? Anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, well, you just basically said my favorites. I do love Hootsuite. It's great for scheduling, and it's also great if you have a team that's helping you because they can log in and schedule. I will let you know one thing. Do not schedule your Facebook posts on Hootsuite. Facebook actually punishes you for that. So one of the tools that we actually use here at CyberPR for all of our clients, it's very basic, is the Facebook scheduler.
Right.
So, you can actually go into Facebook and program. We set up our Throwback Thursdays and our whatever, Freaky Fridays or whatever themes we're coming up with. We schedule those a month in advance. You can schedule 4 Throwback Thursdays in one sitting, And then you don't have to go, oh no, it's Thursday. I need to go find a photo and scan it and deal with it and find it and post it and that. So I highly recommend just using the Facebook scheduler.
Cool.
Another tool that we love, and it's not even super secret, but we love it, is Google Docs. My entire team uses Google Docs. We share a lot of, we share documents, we share writings, we share spreadsheets. It's a great way to collaboratively work. And so I highly recommend, if you don't have a Google Docs account, to definitely use that for collaborative working.
Awesome. All right.
I will give you two more.
Yes.
For Instagram, I love Regram or Repost. It's the same. It actually allows you to repost other people's Instagram photos. And so that can be a really fun tool. And then there's a tool on Instagram that I just started playing with called, and you can write on your photographs and post fun images and do overlays on Instagram.
What's it called? You it fuzzed out. You're like, it's called, and then it was like, shh.
Open.
It's called Open. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Another one that I discovered and love is Word Swap. Have you seen that app? You can. It has all these gorgeous fonts, and you can put a quote of a lyric or something, and it goes to Instagram. You could use your Instagram photos and put it on, if you have an ocean photo and quote of the day sort of thing, and it just makes the fonts. It makes you look like a professional designer, and it's free, and I love that app too. So I'm gonna throw that out there.
Word Swap.
Yeah, I only have it on my phone. I don't know if it's a desktop online thing, but yeah, I use it a lot if I'm I'm doing a campaign for people to post photos. What does the word inevitably mean to you? And then tag Inevitably the Record, which is the name of my new record. And so I made a little thing that says, what does inevitably mean to you? And I'm not great with fonts, but you use Word Swap and it does it for you, makes it all pretty and cool, and you can choose colors and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I love that.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. Well, this has been awesome. Ariel, I can't thank you enough for your time and your insights and giving us so many recipes for sauces, secret sauces, I feel like. And thank you for all the MX4 participants and your questions and your listening and the space to, let me do my thing and Ariel do her thing, and sort of the conversation's been great. And I think this has been really helpful. It's been really helpful for me, which is why I bring in the experts here. So any last words from anyone, Ariel? Anyone that needs to say anything? Everyone's good?
Well, please come follow me on Twitter. I'd love to see your shining faces there as you get up and running. That'd be great.
CyberPR.
CyberPR.
CyberPR and cyberpr.com. You can get the social media pyramid for 2015, the updated one, which I'm totally going to go grab right now and print out and replace this one. And yeah, and we're looking forward to the new book. I mean, Ariel's got books and courses and all sorts of other fun stuff, so definitely go explore that website and her Twitter and all that jazz. So you guys, thank you so much for your time, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned for next week. We are going to talk with Joey Ock of Bloom Productions. He is a composer and a record producer, and he just has the it sound, and he's going to share all of his insights with you. Please don't forget to rate and comment on iTunes and Stitcher Radio if you like this podcast. It's the best way to keep it going, get more subscribers, and continue to share this awesome information with the indie music community. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. All of the music on this podcast has been created by yours truly. The theme song is called Inevitably, written with Cameron Ernst and produced by Joey Ock. You can find all the songs, plus more information on my music career at CherylBE.com. If you want to be one of the reasons I can keep this podcast and my blog Living on Gigging going, then head to patreon.com/CBEmusic. There, you can contribute $1, $2, $5 for the creation of each of these free musician resources. Together, we can keep them coming and inspire other creative people to do what they love and do it well. Again, that's patreon.com/CBEmusic. Key Conversations is sponsored in part by Bandzoogle. They make it easy to build a beautiful website for your music. Their step-by-step system gets you online in minutes, and you can choose from hundreds of mobile-friendly themes and customize them with their easy point-and-click editor. All the features you could possibly imagine for a professional website are built in. So because you are a Key Conversations podcast listener, you get a special 3-month free trial just for you. Go to www.inthekeyofsuccess.com/resources and click on the Bandzoogle logo to access your free extended trial.